Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is October 8th, 2019. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. Right now, we have the S&P 500 E-mini futures trading lower by 18.25 points to 29.19.5 per contract. We did just have some economic data out just shortly. It looked like September core PPI was month over month negative 0.3%. I believe the consensus was for positive 0.1%. So a little bit weak on that number. But the futures that were down already this morning before that number was even released. And that really is on the back of news that President Trump may blacklist some Chinese companies. It looks like the White House is also considering putting limits on U.S. pension investments in China. So all of that news right there weighing on the markets, and this is all before China comes into town, supposedly to try and strike some type of deal on the easier issues. So we'll see how this shakes out. But right now, futures are lower. And to add insult to injury, it looks like the Chinese state media suspended broadcasts of the NBA preseason games. So I guess the Houston Rockets ownership did make a comment about Hong Kong, and we're seeing some fallout there from those words. So we'll see how this all plays out, but this is getting pretty interesting. Nonetheless, futures down 18 points, and we'll see what the drama has in store for us today. Speaking of the drama coming out of China, let's take a look at AMBA. Looks like the stock is getting absolutely slaughtered today. It closed at $57.22, now trading at $49.33. So Ambarella getting hammered today. And what happened here is there's a report out that the Department of Commerce will blacklist its one of its top customers, Hikvision, which is from China. So that is one of the potential blacklisted Chinese companies. And again, that is really sending Ambarella down in a big way today. So we're going to try to work on some levels here. I'll have them posted up in the intraday stock chat room. I have to think already, though, around the 48.50 level, you'll probably hit some support, but I'll have levels below that ready to go. That should be pretty solid today for an intraday play. So once again, if you haven't done so, come on, check out the intraday stock chat room. You can trade right alongside of us. Let's take a look at Domino's Pizza. DPZ is the ticker symbol here. Stock is trading at $230 a share. Closed at $242.21. Briefly got as low as $225. So rebounding a little bit now. The only level that really gets me interested in Domino's this morning would be around $218, maybe $217.50, somewhere down there. We'll look at that one once the opening bell rings. But Domino's under pressure here this morning after reporting earnings. Sticking with the earnings theme here, let's go over to Helen of Troy. HELE is the ticker symbol there. That stock's catching a good bid today. Closed at $159.22, now trading at $167.50. This is a light volume name, so it can overshoot a bit. I happen to think that if you own it, you have to trail the stop loss immediately just because it's overextended on the larger time frames. But this is making a new all-time high. It's a very strong name as of late, but it is a little bit long in the tooth, a little bit overbought. I would be careful with it at this stage. Next up, we're going to take a look at Hawaiian Holdings or Hawaiian Airlines. Stock is trading at $26.60. This looks like it is trading higher on September traffic increase, so good little pop there. I don't see anything all that great. If this gets to around $28.15, by some chance, it is a short day trade opportunity. So keep that on the radar for a little bit later today. All of the leading European banks that I follow are weaker today, so let's keep an eye on them. Deutsche Bank in particular, that is trading at around $6.91, closed at $7.09. It looks like ING, from when I checked, was lower as well. That's trading at $9.88. This closed at $10.10. Banco Santander, SAN, this is trading at $3.79. This closed at $3.86. So they're all a little bit weaker today. We'll keep an eye on them as well. We'll see what comes out of Europe once the opening bell rings here. Let's take a look at some upgrades and downgrades. Oracle, ORCL, getting downgraded by Jefferies. Stock is trading at $54.10. The only level I see right here would probably be around $53, 53 and a quarter. There could be some support there intraday. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at Puma. That's PBYI. This is a biotech name. I believe this is downgraded by Goldman Sachs, trading at 924, closed at 1007. Then you have Nectar Therapeutics, NKTR. This is downgraded as well by Goldman Sachs. Stock closed at 1867, now trading at 1758. So we're not going to make much out of either one of those names, but we'll see what we get today once this opening bell rings. That'll be most important. And again, we'll see what kind of news comes out of the Trump administration regarding China, since China is supposed to be here on Thursday. So that'll be pretty interesting in and of itself. Again, stay tuned for the soap opera. It will continue, but it should lead to some great trading opportunities. Once again, we're having a great 2019. If you have not done so, come on over, check out the intraday stock chat room. Again, we're going to look to keep the winning streaks going really right into the end of the year. Have a great trading day, everybody, and we'll see you a little bit later on the charts.